why haters be telling me to mind my business when they're out here not minding theirs. Shut your mouth and enjoy the tea. We all know you're here for it, sis. You a queen, one less than I'm a gozy. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie.
Hi my ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's a girl, I'm Nature Majoro, aka Miss Fear for Code, bring back for entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, almost definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love it. Do not forget to follow me on Instagram and said boldly Owamie. Now my ninjas, before we get into today's video, let's go ahead and check this shout out.
Hey ninjas, my name is Tabi and I'm currently staying in China. I have a YouTube channel where I share my experiences as a black person that is living abroad. My channel is all about story times, my lifestyle. I do lots of sit downs and I also travel a lot. So if you want something different from someone who is South African but also staying overseas, I am sure my channel is ready to cater that for you. Please go and check it out, and if you like it, please don't forget to comment, like some videos, watch some videos and subscribe, okay?
Now ninjas, please do make sure that you go and support the ninja. The link will be in the description box down below. It always is, guys. Make sure that you go and obviously subscribe and support a fellow ninja. Now let's go ahead and get into a video that I know most of you have been wanting me to talk about, and that is the video of Bonang suing this, I don't know if it's a podcaster, Rea Gopane. So I'm gonna go ahead and just call him Rea throughout the whole video, shbobo. And before getting to anything, everything in this video is alleged. I don't know, 500,000. Not everything is alleged, but you know, obviously certain parts will be alleged. So that's just the disclaimer. But anyway, ninjas, basically what happened was that I'm not going to take the clip and put it here. I'm going to go ahead and tell you it was in this. I don't know, I guess that's their own podcast or whatever. And Rea was basically saying that Bonang introduced AKA into Coke, right? And when we say Coke, we ain't talking about the good Coke, baby. We ain't talking about Coca-Cola. We're talking about the Coke, baby, okay? Now, basically, when I saw the clip, I was like, oh my goodness. This is just a lawsuit waiting to happen. And people started hyping the clip up. Allegedly, we're gonna use our allegedly right today, okay? So allegedly the guy is alleging that he had this from Scoop, if I'm not too mistaken. Apparently Scoop, I don't know if Scoop was invited to their thing or whatever, but yeah, things just did not end well, you guys. And then he was basically just saying it outright to say that, you know what, AKA was introduced to Coke by Bonang, okay? Now, when that happened, obviously, I guess when Bonang saw the clip, she decided that she was going to take the legal route, which obviously she has got a right to do that if she feels that her name is being slandered. I'm one of those people, you guys, that I've always said, you can say whatever you like about me, okay, but don't lie on me. Especially when you're putting my reputation online, which is what obviously puts bread on my table. I don't like being lied on. That is just me, you guys. However, there are certain things that whenever you're doing, you also do need to obviously check and look at yourself and everything. Now, number one, I'm not saying that Bonang uses Coke. I don't know, okay? So this is me basically saying that I don't know if girl sniffs. So I can't say she don't, but I also can't say she does. I'm just like everybody, we all don't know. Y'all don't know if I sniff Coke. So you can go out there and stand and be like, I do. What if they sue you and say I actually, you know, like you can't go out there and be like, oh, she don't, or Owamie doesn't. And then what if I sue you to say, I actually do, you know? So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if Bonang uses Coke. I don't know if AKA uses Coke. Has there been allegations? Of course, you guys do remember there was once a video where AKA was dancing with Bonang, and then on top of the table, there was something that did seem like lines. Seem like. I'm not saying that it was, and I'm not saying that it did seem like. I remember they even trended for it and stuff. So I don't know if they both use Coke or not, baby, okay? Now, of course, Bonang sent her lawyers. There was this whole statement that was out there, and I'll basically just go ahead and summarize. They were demanding for an apology, and they also want compensation of 500,000 rands. Now, with that, obviously, what that means is that Rea would have to come out publicly and apologize on all social media platforms. And then after that, he would also have to pay 500,000 rands. Now, I mean, I'm not somebody that likes looking down on people. I'm not somebody that likes judging people. I don't know people's finances, you guys. Am I rich? I'm not. So I don't know what somebody that has money looks like. I mean, okay, I kind of do, but you know, like just judging, I don't think Mugai has 500,000. That's just my opinion. Okay, looking at Rea, I don't think that this is a guy that has 500,000 rands in his bank account. But then again, maybe he's bowling and we just don't know, you guys. I don't know. So obviously this means that he would have to work probably for a very long time for him to get the 500,000 rands to actually pay back Bonang. He has come out, you guys, and apologized. And what I actually did not like is that from what I have seen, whenever he's apologizing, Bonang is right there in the comment section. She's like a dog with a bone, boo. That's my opinion. Like, she's just not letting it go, pulling and tagging and whatever. And so Rea has, you guys, apologized. He has given a written apology, which, wow, it just looked like an assignment that you want to submit, whatever, like, you know, you've been late, they told you do the work, but you didn't do the work, and then you did it last minute, or an apology that is forced. However, he did give a heartfelt apology via video, and so this is the apology that he actually gave.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Rea Gopane. I'm a 22-year-old podcaster on the Rea and Black Steph podcast. As stated in my previous retraction and apology to Miss Bonang I would like to sincerely apologize to everybody that was mentioned in the podcast on the 9th of May in 2021. I am deeply regretful of what I said, and I now realize the harm that our podcast could cause, and I've learned from my mistake, and I will definitely look to improve on my content going forward. The people that I would like to specifically apologize to is Miss Bonang Siabonga Wekazi, which is Cook Makatini, and then lastly AKA, which is Mr. Keenan Fox. I just want to make sure that we push the envelope forward in terms of providing content for the entertainment industry. I never wanna be negative and spew negative information. I just wanna make sure that we pull together, and everything that I do or say, everybody that I interview, I leave them with a lot of positivity. So I'm really sorry, and I hope everybody can forgive me, and I'll make sure I do the right thing going forward.
Bonang has gone ahead, you guys, to say that now she wants her money, like her 500,000 rands. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to go ahead and say is that if Bonang comes out here and says that someone is defaming her character and says that she's sending her lawyers after the person, because of we've had past experience with Bonang, I wouldn't immediately be like, oh my gosh, she's suing because, you know, it's false. That's my opinion, okay? Because this is the same woman that came out here and threatened to send her lawyers towards, DJ Zinhle, the time that DJ Zinhle was out here basically exposing that AKA was cheating with Bonang. And won't you do it? Was that not true? So for me, whenever things like this happen, I'm just sitting out here, I'm just like, okay, well, let's see. Obviously, Mugo has money, Mugo can afford lawyers, but there was once a point when, you know, she did threaten them lawyers towards someone, and the person was actually telling the truth. Because it's something that even AKA years later, came out and confirmed that yes, it is true. He actually had an affair with Bonang whilst he was still with DJ Zinhle. So, okay, that part, we have realized that Mugo is not afraid to send lawyers even when it's lies. That's my opinion. Okay, that's my opinion when it comes to this. So this is what I look at. This is how I look at the situation. That it means that Mugo is comfortable to say that I'll send the law after you to silence you, even if what you're saying to me about me is true. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that that is the case when it comes to the coke or the drug, whatever. Now, I mean, if Bonang was demanding a public apology and she got it, but now she still wants the 500,000 rands, this is how I'd play it, you guys. So if I was Rea, this is how I'd play this whole situation. If they still want the money, like, and you know, like, I mean, obviously now, I'm sure that if Rea can afford a lawyer, then, you know, they can go ahead, or even with Bonang's lawyer, they can sit down, sign an agreement to say that he's going to pay the 500,000 rands and whatever, and then he's going to have to find a way to actually pay that amount of money to Bonang. I feel like for me, Shbobo, you is not just getting the money, honey. Because if he's saying something like this, where did he get the information? He's saying from Scoop. Scoop is also part of that celebville, part of those people that actually have extra, what do they call this? Like, they actually have extra, what do they call this? Privileged information. They know privileged information, okay? Now, I'm not saying that what he will say will always be true, but listen to me. So basically what I'd say is that, well, if I've apologized and you still need the money, I'm retracting my apology. Let's go to court, Shibabu. When you're talking about drugs, you guys, what they basically are going to have to do is that, from what I have heard, there's a certain drug test that they can be able to do. This is not just your normal pee and whatever. They actually take a strain of your hair, and that's what they test. Now, allegedly, this is what I've heard, you guys. I don't even have to say allegedly, because I remember I saw this in this other show, and I was like, wow, that's actually brilliant. So what they basically do is that if you have ever touched any drug in the past, I think they said 5 years, it is still there. It can still show if they test it via a string of your hair. Okay. So what would have to happen here is that if this guy, obviously, there are two statements that basically were said. Number one, when he said that Bonang is the one that introduced AKA to coke, what it basically means is that Mugo obviously has to be using, right? I don't know. Introduced? Well, you can introduce someone to coke and not be a user, I guess. I never thought of this. Obviously, if they're like that, then it means that, number one, they would have to test has AKA ever used, and if obviously he has used, then they have to ask, were you introduced by Bonang? Because those certain information is information that can be actually like subpoenaed by the court, and even he would not have any choice. And so you need to understand that it would be a public spectacle. If Mugai has ever touched in the last 5 years, it means that probably high chances are it will come out and obviously show. And do you think that after all that is done, the humiliation, the embarrassment, AKA would still stand and be like, no, AKA did not introduce? I feel like AKA, that's my feeling. I feel like AKA is one of those people that can actually throw you under the bus. Like, he has thrown his own baby mama under the bus. You all remember when he ran away with Bonang? Let me not say ran away, but when he was dating Bonang, and Bonang was out there, you guys, basically threatening to sue DJ Zinhle, he was right there, not even like, girl, don't threaten lawyers. I mean, come on, she's telling the truth. He didn't even publicly come out and be like, guys, we'll solve it publicly, nothing, and try to defend. But it was only years later that he basically came out and be like, yeah, you know, we did have an affair, that because he knew that he now wanted DJ Zinhle back, guys. All I know is the fact that AKA is not a guy that you can easily just trust, and that's my opinion, okay? It seems like Mugai has got some shady dealings and shady ways. And how long do you think this would actually take? You need to understand that reputations would be at stake here. You need to understand that obviously if he comes out and throws her under the bus, now which company is going to want to work with a cokehead? Nobody wants to work with a cokehead. So if they dare find that AKA maybe had some in his system, and then they ask him, where did you get it? Of course, I feel like, in my opinion, he would want to call Bonang and be like, listen, call this child off because I don't want to be going to court and stuff. Guys, you can sue everyone, but winning a case, it takes a lot. Does Bonang have a case? Absolutely, yes. But then here, it is tying a lot of people around, okay? It's tying a lot of things. Things don't look too good for AKA. Too many allegations have been coming out, okay? And so that's how I'd play it, boo-boo. If you still want the money after I've apologized, no, let's go to court. And then let's go out there and basically more chende comes out. Because now it's all about your reputation. My reputation is done. Everybody don't see that I said something that was lies. So, you know, or lies, I should say. Because we don't know if it's lies or not. And And just because somebody threatened to sue you doesn't mean that you didn't even utter the truth. And that is just the honest truth, you understand? So, I mean, guy, I'm really sorry, but you need to also learn a lesson. You can't go out there and just be saying whatever it is that you want to say about people and it's false. That's why we've got the word allegedly. We've got the word in my opinion. We've got many words, Shiboboke, that will actually be under fair user policy, and they can also be under freedom of speech. You is free to speak here in South Africa. Just don't make bold statements about people. However, if they still wanted me to pay the 500,000 rand after I don't apologize, let's go to court, boo. Let's see if y'all will go through with it and all those drug tests that will be taken. Let's see if you will go through with it, okay? Anyway, ninjas, I want you guys to go and comment down below what you guys think. I personally do feel like now girls just doing too much, like, you know, commenting and stuff like that. Like, but I do understand, you know, you'd be upset, obviously, but all I have to say is that Muga has got from past experiences. Seems like Muga doesn't have a problem sending lawyers, even when she knows damn right. DJ Zinjana would have apologized for nothing, shame if Muga was also poor. Poverty is a curse. Anyway, ninjas, I love you. Stay blessed, and I'll see you guys in my next upload. Bye, ninjas. Hey, Owamie here, and I have some great news. If you have a YouTube channel or a business and you would like to get some affordable advertisement, I offer those services. Follow the instructions on your screen right now and say hello to some new traffic. Now let's get back to the video.